Welcome to another episode of the Group Parlay podcast. As always, Kevin Asoya, Nick Strom, Andy Simo. It is Sunday. We have a guest picker for our props. Michael Cartman is our guest. Yesterday, we're just happy November's over. That's just going to be the message. We're happy November's over. So I'll let Kevin recap yesterday's picks. Just tough ones.
Yeah, tough ones indeed. Tough week there, or tough day, I should say, with rivalry week. Rivalry week. Holy shit, I can't say that. I had Mizzou Tigers. It was close, just like we thought it would be, and I pulled out a late victory. Brady Cook, baby, 28-21 victory for the Tigers in Columbia.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Disappointing year, but another good year. A&M +7 for Andy. They just couldn't. They had so many opportunities. This game had so many turnovers, and A&M had so many opportunities, and they just could not punch a touchdown in or field goal. 17-7 final there, so they did not cover. That one didn't really matter because we had Ohio State -17 in the early slate, and they lost outright to Michigan, 13-10. So just a rough day yesterday. Finished the month down 10 units. I did just find an error in our spreadsheet. We were counting November twice in the totals tab, so that was huge. I just fixed that.
So we have a chance. So we have a chance this month. Come on.
Technically. I finished 17-13, Andy 13-16-1, and Nick 16-14. Erase it, December. Let's go. I love that we're starting December with NFL.
Yeah, me too.
Our number one sport.
Yeah, so let's get into the picks. New month. Started out with Cartman. What do you got?
Yep, so I'm going Drake May over 2 passing touchdowns, +165. Couple reasons. Number one, Drake May has been really good at home. In his last 2 games that he's played fully at home, he threw for 3 touchdowns against the Texans and 2 against the Rams. Also, the Colts have been pretty bad defensively, especially on the road. Last game, they gave up 27 points to the Jets. So I really like this one, Drake May over 2 touchdown passes.
Yeah, he's been fun to watch, Drake May.
Has he done this a couple times?
He's good.
I wonder if he's done this yet.
Over 2 touchdown passes?
Yeah, has he hit it yet?
Yeah. Last 2 home games, actually, that he played fully. He got hurt against the Jets. In the first quarter, but he's when he played the Texans, 3 touchdown passes, and then against the Rams 2 touchdown passes, and threw for 280 yards against the Rams, 75% completion rate. He was really good.
Yeah, they let him sling it, so I like it.
Oh yeah,
because they're always down, so let them throw the ball.
That's right.
This might be a little betting with your heart because Cartman is a diehard Patriots fan. So,
now I hate it. Now I hate
it's
it.
Okay. It's okay. He has a pulse. He has a pulse on the team.
I have a pulse on the team. That's right, Strom. And I've been watching this team, and I've watched Drake. The difference between watching a Jacoby Brissett-led Patriots team this year and a Drake May-led Patriots team this year, and it's pretty stark difference. He elevates the team quite a bit, and Kendrick Bourne's been back, and that's helped a lot in the passing game. So, it's been more fun to watch with him starting.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Colts actually give up a lot of yards.
Yeah.
They've 27th in passing yards against.
I trust your Patriots takes. I'm taking this regardless. So
they have only allowed 16 passing touchdowns.
That's the only. That is that.
But
that is true. Middle of the pack, right? Yeah.
All right, let's get into the regular parlay. Strom, I'll let you kick it off with your pick.
Yeah, square pick of the day here. I'm going Texas -3 against the Jags. They're coming off a bad loss against the Titans. Texans have really been struggling lately. The offense has not looked good, but I look for a bounce back spot here. Money came in on the Jags here. It started as a 6.5 point spread down to 3.5. I'm buying it down to 3. Doug Peterson coming off a bye is 2-5 against the spread. Texans have won 11 of the last 13 against the Jags. Trevor Lawrence coming off an injury, first game back, and facing a pretty good Texans defense, really. Whereas the Jags have the worst scoring defense in the league. So I think the Texans little bounce back spot here. I think they're going to win This AFC South is terrible. So give me the Texans. Even though they've been struggling, I think they win by a lot.
I mean, yeah, I like it, but this is like number one public betting. So it's the only thing I'm like,
You say that, though, at where it's at right now, the public's
Yeah.
on it. But the fact that it moved from 6.5 to 3.5, the people were on the Jags.
Is Mac Jones still the starter?
No,
No,
Trevor
Trevor.
Lawrence is back today.
Oh,
He's
Lawrence is back.
supposed to play.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this
That's
is
that
where
makes more
when I
sense.
call it reverse line movement. This line, I think the public percentage of the public is taking the Texans, but sharp money and really big money is taking the Jags, which is usually a trap game. So I think this is an ultimate trap game. I hope I'm wrong. And I
It
was
feels like a
terrified to
trap
have
game
to take
for
this.
sure.
I was going to take the Jags because of this, and I was terrified, and I had no reasoning for the actual game. That was going to be my only reasoning. So I've done this before, and I looked like an idiot. So I'm glad I don't have to take this, to be honest.
I think this is a get right spot for the offense. The offense is
Why
really
is the
struggling.
line move 3 points? That's crazy. That's like
That's huge.
Vegas wants everyone to take the Texans right now.
Well, they got me. They reeled me in.
It's the right pick. It's the right pick in terms of football, but
Let us pray.
That's all we can do. Let them play the game.
I got to play the
So-
game.
All right. I'll go with my pick next. I'm going Chargers plus 2.5. It's pretty even right now with them and the Falcons. I moved the line a little bit to 2.5 because I could get it at minus 148. But Chargers, best defense in the league, best scoring defense, giving up average under 16 points per game. They've looked really sharp. They are not turning the ball over. Justin Herbert has been quite literally incredible. The Falcons, bottom 10 defense in terms of scoring. They don't get pressure on the quarterback. They don't sack them that much. Also turnovers. I mentioned the interceptions, but the Falcons are -3 in the turnover differential, and the Chargers are +8. I mean, Chargers have been awesome. That's really what it comes down to. But the other thing I like about this is the Falcons. They had 22 guys show up on their injury report. That is a very, very large number. The Chargers had less than 10. Yes, J.K. Dobbins is out, but he hasn't had a 100-yard rushing game since week 2. He was great to start the season, just hasn't been that good. Gus Edwards is a fine fill-in. He's, veteran, pretty solid back. So I'm really just going with a better team, really the better defense. That's really what it comes down to. I love the Chargers defense, so especially catching points here, 2.5.
Yeah, I like this pick.
Chargers defense, I think it's overrated. They haven't played great teams, and we saw they're pretty susceptible last week after Lamar Jackson torched them. And struggled on the ground too.
Yeah, they did not look good last week, but the Falcons haven't looked good at all lately.
Yeah,
They're weird.
When the Falcons play a good defense like Kansas City or who they played last week, the Broncos, they don't score. Like it's just they don't score. So
Very weird offense. They kind of go when Kirk goes, and Kirk is good like every other week. You never know what Kirk you're going to get, so it'd be interesting.
Also, I'm not going to fault the Chargers defense for giving up points to the number one offense in the NFL. So
We've seen the Ravens look bad against good defenses. They're 8-4 now.
yeah. So I don't know. Love Justin
Fun
Herbert.
game
Not
for me.
turning the ball.
That is
All right,
nice.
Kev, round us
And
out.
Caleb Williams. All right. I'm going Bills -5 in Buffalo today against the 49ers. They've covered the spread in 5 of their last 6, and they have won 9 of their last 10 at home. The Niners are 4-7, and they've looked off. Obviously, they didn't have Purdy last week, so you can throw that out against the Packers if you want. But they looked off against the Seahawks the week before. And today they're missing Bosa and Trent Williams, which is huge for both lines. They're in Buffalo. It's not going to be snowing during the game. They got a ton of snow, but it will be cold. And I like that aspect as well for our Buffalo team. And I just love Josh Allen right now. Honestly, the man's just cooking. And I like this Buffalo team a lot. So keeping it pretty simple here, going against my norm, to be honest. But Bills -5 at home.
Freshly engaged Josh Allen, too, by the way.
That's big. That's big.
Huge game incoming.
Relationship legacy game for Josh Allen.
I saw his
Yeah.
press conferences. He's been very giddy. He's been very happy. He's in a
I always-
good mood.
Yeah, he's gonna be. And also, West Coast team flying out to play East Coast team
In the snow,
Mhm.
in a big snow.
in the snow, in the
Like,
snow,
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Heat of
storming. It was storming during the week while they had to be there.
Yeah.
So also Bills plus 14 in the turnover differential, number 1 in the league.
Oh,
Mhm.
nice.
49ers are even, 0. So, all right. So to recap our picks in the 1st of December, guest prop, Drake May, 2+ touchdowns at -1 or plus 165. And then for the parlay, we have Bills -5 at -146, Chargers plus 2.5 at -148, Texans -3 at -139. Comes out to plus 385 for today's parlay. Started off right.
Get it.
To the
I love
moon
it.
this month. To the moon.
To the
Do
moon
it.
this month. All right, boys.
Appreciate you guys having me on.
Absolutely.
Let's go. You'll be back if you hit.